Hey guys, what is up? I finally got a chance here to do another one of these intro to competitive squad rush videos. I'm sorry I haven't been able to get to it lately, I've been pretty busy. But today we are going to be looking at Tehran Highway. I don't know if you guys know, but my team, those guys have actually joined CGL, and that is what we're going to be focusing on for this coming season. So we have crit all over the other leagues, and I think this is going to be the CGL second week map. So I'm just going to be, I'm going to try to get to one map every week, and I'm going to try to get to CGL's list. Week 1 is Grand Bazaar, so I already have that on my channel. And this is the week 2 regular season map. So I'm going to go over this, just like the ones before. I'll go over the names. And then I'll go over some general strategies. So this is from attacking. You spawn all the way up there, and the defenders will spawn all the way back, and there is the bomb site right in that building, if you guys can see that. We call this here Big Rock. This left side here is street side, and the other side, the right side, is lower street. This is mountains right here, and down in this area here is valley. I really wouldn't recommend you guys send anybody down mountains in the valley. It is very easy for a guy to get trapped here. We usually never send a guy over here in the valley. Over here we have this area is called backyard. This whole area here, a lot of teams will blow a hole through this wall we call half wall, and they'll jump into backyard and try to peek the site this way. I hate that light right there. I usually try to shoot it out. So this whole area here is called backyard room here. We call that light room. This is front yard. This is obviously MCOM bomb site. Site roof. We call that building biscuit. This is shed, and we call this green room. This is all green room here. This is side stairs, and this is lower street. That's pretty much it for this bomb site. I actually really do like this map because the first MCOM and the second MCOM play very different on this map. The first MCOM is usually very slow paced. You usually, as an attacker, you want to get off a couple of picks before you try to push up, and as defense, you're just pretty much trying to hold them back. Whereas the second MCOM is extremely fast paced, where teams are just pushing the bomb site all the time, because this map is so linear. It's pretty much just one road. So the two bomb sites play very differently. If you guys have scrimmed this, you kind of know what I'm talking about. Generally, in attacking, a good strategy would just be, I would say most teams would send 2-2, so they will send 2 guys upper street and 2 guys lower street. You wanna, I would say 90% of the teams play 1 guy on bomb site stairs. So before you even hit the bomb site, you want to make sure you pick this guy off. That is the most important guy on the defending team. Once that guy bomb site stairs is dead, it's much easier to push the bomb site. So you want to push up 2 guys on upper street, and 2 guys come from lower street, from side stairs. You can even send a guy backstairs, which is behind these garbage bins here. These are the mid ramp. We call this mid ramp. So he can come up mid ramp and flank. Generally, there's not too much strategy to attacking this MCOM. I would say most of it is just working off picks and getting reses. You want to be picking at least 1 or 2 guys. I would say even 2 to 3 guys before you try to push this MCOM and try to plant. Again, with any bomb site, once you get the bomb planted, you want to have defensive positions. You want to have 1 guy probably watching street, 1 guy, maybe 2 guys watching the shed area, this whole mid area here. They can come from the garbage bins. and then you want to have one guy watching lower street, watching side stairs. And this goes the same thing goes for defending this bomb site. You want two guys, you know, defending the lower ramp area. I'm sorry, the lower street area, the side stairs, and then you want to have, like I said, one guy play this bomb site stairs here. I would say your best shooter should probably play here. You want this guy to be getting picks. He can be watching them come from backyard. He can look at people coming from valley. He can even get a good shot of people that get up side stairs. A lot of teams will sit one guy in front yard, watching this way. He can peek through these cracks here. If you shoot newspapers, you can also see through this crack into backyard. Some teams will play a guy in light room. It really depends on what you're comfortable with, what your team is comfortable with. Some teams will play a guy in green room looking at lower street. Some teams will decide to play lower street extremely passive. They may have one guy back there watching the side stairs and one guy up here kind of head peeking you like this. It's really what you guys what works for my team might not work for your team. So you want to, you know, play the map and see what works for you guys. I just want to say, this map, the first couple of times you play it, you might really hate it. The first couple of times I played this map, I really disliked it. It just felt really slow paced, and it's really frustrating on attacking, to attack this MCOM. Just because like you might kill 2 or 3 guys and then you might not even be able to plan. It's unlike other maps where if you kill two or three guys and you get a good push going, you know, you're pretty much guaranteed to plan. So, you know, play around and see what works for you guys. And before we go on to the second MCOM, I just want to give my little tip of the day here. It's actually going to be 2 tips combined into one. The first tip is about spawning on your teammates. A lot of times, I see this, I would say way too often, and you know, even I make this mistake too, where even like if you're both on attacking and defending, let's say I am shooting a guy valley, okay, and I'm getting shot at. A lot of teams, when someone is dead, they'll spawn on a teammate in the middle of a firefight, and then they get shot instantly, and you're 2 players down, or you're 2 tickets down, and that's just unnecessary. What we've started doing is, before you spawn in, you ask the guy that you plan on spawning on if it's a safe spawn. Like, let's say I'm shooting somebody here and someone wants to spawn on me. Okay, I will go and I will duck into cover until my teammate spawns on me, and then I will go back into the fight. So it's very important to make sure that you spawn on teammates that are safe, and your teammate is knows that you're going to be planning on spawning on them. The second tip is, when you kill somebody, you want to call out their names. A lot of teams now just say, you know, 1 down, 2 down, 3 down, okay, let's push, when they're not realizing that, you know, you might have killed the same guy twice because his teammate res them. So you want to call out names like, I killed Gwiggy and I killed enemy down and there's only 2 left. So that way you know exactly how many players are left, and that way you know if they're rezzing or not. Okay, so let's move on to the second bomb site here. We'll go over some names. This is mid ramp. This we call mid wall, right here. This room we call washroom. I would say washroom is the most important building on the second bomb site to hold, both as defense and offense. It just gives you such a good sight onto what the other team is doing. You can watch and see which way they're pushing. You can cover lower street sometimes, and as attacking, you can pretty much clear the street area, and you can clear the bomb site room as well from here. So that's washroom, and this is the front yard for the second bomb site. This whole area is the front yard. This over here is backyard, and this is back stairs. This, I think this is out of bounds here, yes. So you can come up back stairs into the flank, and of course this is still street, upper street. This we call gay room, just because you can play a guy here and he can see the site. So you want to clear this gay room before you guys, you know, plant. Not a lot of people play here. This is burning bus. And the reason why this bomb site plays so much different than the first bomb site is because on this bomb site, as defense, you want to be always pushing. You want to be pushing up. You want to be pushing the attacking team back. You want to have one guy pushing lower street, two guys pushing mid, and one guy pushing street. You just want to pretty much almost push to the old bomb site and then camp them at their spawn. This is the most effective strategy to defend the second bomb site, because if you sit back, you're just going to get picked off by the attacking team, and they're just going to come in here, they're going to arm, and they're going to have you pinned down. So as defense in the second bomb site, you want to play aggressive. This is one of the few maps on defense where you do want to play extremely aggressive, and you want to push up, you want to control washroom, you want to control this mid ramp. This is the best possible spot you could be in. If you have a guy washroom, you have a couple guys mid ramp, you have a guy lower street, maybe even flanking up side stairs. It just causes, it's just a huge headache, and it causes like chaos for the attacking team if they're not organized and they're not watching all their spots. And as an attacking team, you want to have your designated lower street guy push lower street. You want to maybe have one or two guys pushing mid. You want to have two guys pushing mid. You want to be able to control washroom, and you want to have one guy pushing street. And as always, once you get that bomb planted, you want to have guys situated watching this front yard. This is where they're gonna all congregate around. They're all gonna spawn. They can spawn. The defending team spawns here. They spawn over here, and they're pretty much just gonna come this way. And they might send one or two guys coming lower street, so you can watch for that. I know that playing behind the bus here is usually a really good spot to watch for the guys pushing lower street. You can even play washroom area. You just want to designate guys to watch specific spots, so everyone is watching one spot, and if your teammate dies, you know exactly where the other team is coming from. We call these right here rocks. This is a pretty good spot usually to watch for them coming into the bomb site. You can, once the bomb is planted, you can even have a guy play in gay room. He can just be the guy who, you know, kills them when they're defusing the bomb. So, like I said, this map is it's a little more frustrating to play on your first couple of scrims, and it does take some getting used to. But I think once you're used to this map, it's an extremely fun map, and I think this map really showcases people's shooting skills. If you can outshoot your opponent, as opposed to you know, out strategizing, is that the correct word? Them. So yeah, you know, I think in a week or two you'll see a lot of teams start scrimming this map, just because it is the second week map for CGL. If you guys are interested in joining CGL, I do recommend you. It is a great league. I will post a link to their website in the description for this video. If you guys have any questions, you can post it in the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll have more of these videos coming up later. I'll talk to you guys later.